Hi Ben, how you doing?
Good, thanks, Liam. Thanks very much for having me on your program.
You're welcome. Welcome to Meet the Boss Junior. So today I'm speaking with you, Ben Magid, CEO of Virtualcare.
Either is fine.
Yep. So first question, you might know I love cars. What's your favorite car?
Great question. Look, I think it'd have to be the Aston Martin DB9 GT from Spectre, the 007 film. Although it's a V12, so I think maybe we have to look at maybe a Porsche Taycan. Thinking about the environment a little bit. How about you, Lam? What's your favorite car?
Mine, McLaren F,
Yeah.
the
Oh, wow.
95 one.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yep. Okay, so first, I want to hear all about your company, but first, tell me your story. How did you get to be a CEO?
Oh, great question. Well, I studied biomedical engineering and business, so it was a combined degree, and it provided a bit of the technical side of things as well as a little bit of the commercial side as well. So had experience on both fronts, and I managed to do some quite interesting work placements during my time at university, and I then went to work for Medtronic, which is one of the largest medical technology companies in the world, and I worked there for about 5 or 6 years, and got a lot of good experience on the ground, but ended up getting poached to a startup, and worked there for a couple of years before co-founding a new business. And the benefit of working in this space and starting something from the ground up is that you do get to take on those leadership positions sort of earlier than you might if you're working in a conventional business.
Cool. So now, great. So now tell me about your company. So, okay. So great. Now tell me about your company. What is your product and who are your customers?
Great question, Liam. We're a reseller of medical technology, and specifically medical software to improve patient experience, patient outcomes, and also clinician experience and overall cost effectiveness of the healthcare system. And so we look around the world and partner with really innovative companies. And at the moment, we're working with a company out of Israel called Datos Health, and they provide really quite cool remote care automation, virtual care technology, and that's across every hospital in Israel, and also in the United States. They're moving into that market as well, and so we represent them across Australia and New Zealand. And another technology that we are running with is called tissue analytics. And that technology was spun out of Johns Hopkins University in the United States. And it's for the analysis and tracking of complex and chronic wounds, of which there are over 420,000 Australians living with a chronic wound. It costs over $3 billion a year. So it's a really big problem. And we're supplying that technology here in Australia and New Zealand as well. So we're always on the lookout for new and innovative technology emerging overseas, and where there's a space to bring that technology to market here in ANZ. So our customers are hospitals, also aged care facilities in some instances, and also in some cases primary care, but largely hospitals and outpatient services.
So what do you love most about your job?
I love most interacting with customers, and the flexibility and variety that comes with managing a business where you have to do a lot of different things. So you can start working with these companies internationally and speaking, negotiating with them at an executive level, and move through to getting these technologies ready for release and launch in our local markets. But really, what I love is getting out and meeting customers, understanding their problems and how we can help, and how technology can help to solve some of these issues. Technology in healthcare has not always been seamless and straightforward like it is in other industries, and we're really working hard to change that. So it's great to see when we can make a real difference, and I love that, being able to interact with those clients and understand that we can really improve their workflows and improve patient experience and outcomes as well.
Okay, so what's the hardest thing about your job?
Oh, good question. Good question, Liam. I think the hardest thing about the job is probably managing timelines. So it's often difficult to understand all the different moving pieces and parts that are occurring in the various organisations that we're speaking to, and so just trying to coordinate all of the different moving pieces and keep everything to schedule.
Okay, so what's one piece of advice for me as I think about starting my own company?
Well, that depends. What company are you thinking of starting? In what industry? Have you thought a little bit about that?
Yep, I thought about starting a car company.
Oh, cool. Is that like an autonomous vehicle company, or are you thinking, are you going to be building cars, electric cars? Are you going to be modifying cars? What are you thinking?
Building cars.
Building cars. Wow, that's awesome. I would say the best advice is to talk to people in that industry. So, I would try and seek out as many people as you can in the space that are working in that area, and speak to them if you can. Do some kind of an internship program to learn as much as you possibly can, so you can understand, how it's done currently, and then how your company can improve upon it, and can really bring something unique and valuable to the market. You don't want to jump in and just set up a company and start building cars. And you need to make sure that you're going to go through and plan it appropriately. You want to do what they call voice of customer, so work out who you're going to be selling these cars to, and work out what they need, and how you can do it differently to what the current companies are doing. But definitely talk to people in the industry, understand what the pain points are, and what you can bring that's going to be a little bit different to what's happening currently. And a lot of the large companies are a little bit slow to move sometimes, and that can be one of your strengths. You can be quite nimble and innovative, but really need to understand your customer segment and the market. But certainly, you got the passion for cars, so that's fantastic. You're focusing on that area.
Thank you so much for this meeting. I really liked it, and I've been doing a lot of planning.
Fantastic. Well, Liam, I look forward to tracking your progress with the business, and if there's anything that I can do to help you, let me know. I'll see if I can think of anyone working in that space that I can introduce you to.